Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A city clerk says she's paying the price for speaking up about problems she saw within Hamtramck city government. Tonight, the Local 4 investigators have a look inside the claims in a new whistleblower lawsuit. We thank you so much for being with us here for the news at 6 o'clock. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Ty Steele. The issues in Hamtramck have been well documented and well reported here at Local 4. We're talking about claims of ballot harvesting, issues with candidacies' residency, so much more than that. And clerk Raina Faraj says she spoke up about these very issues months ago by writing a letter to Attorney General Dana Nessel back in March.
She feels she's being pushed out for speaking up. Local 4 investigator Erica Erickson digging into this lawsuit. Erica, it's been one controversy after another in Hamtramck.
Oh my goodness, it sure has. In this latest lawsuit, you're absolutely right. That city clerk says she's being pushed out, she says, for doing what's right. And her attorney says the real people losing here are the people of Hamtramck.
Something's rotten in Hamtramck.
A razor-thin election, missing ballots, alleged ballot stuffing, caught on camera, and now city clerk Raina Faraj in the latest lawsuit against the city, its mayor, 6 council members, and interim city manager. Faraj claiming she's been pushed out after reporting election misconduct to the state.
As a result of that, she was retaliated against, and now she's been taken off of her post.
Faraj now on paid leave after 37 absentee ballots were discovered in her office after the November election. Faraj allegedly telling the Wayne County Board of Canvassers the ballots went missing and that non-election staff, including the interim city manager, entered the locked clerk's office on election night. Faraj's attorney, John Marco, who also represents 2 other so-called whistleblowers, calling her the latest casualty.
Imagine standing up, trying to do the right thing, trying to protect the people of the city Hamtramck, and as a result, you lose your job, you lose your livelihood, and you lose your reputation and your name. And that's what they do.
According to the suit, Faraj had already reported ballot harvesting, voter intimidation, and residency fraud months earlier.
Here it says council members were fixating on staff timekeeping, saying things like, "We're watching you."
Yeah, that's what she was told. We're watching you.
Filing a complaint with Michigan's Attorney General in March. That complaint sparking a criminal investigation.
You cannot act like this. It's especially egregious. This is a public body. And you know who's getting hurt the most? The people of the city of Hamtramck, who do not have a functioning, ethical, and legal government right now.
Now, we did reach out to Dana Nessel and each person named in that lawsuit. The mayor did just get back to us alleging exploitation and blackmail by the city clerk and her attorney. Here's part of that statement. It says in part, quote, "No one took any action against her. She was placed on paid administrative leave after the most recent city election due to multiple issues that took place, including finding 37 open ballots and finding a punching bag in the clerk's office with a picture of one of the mayoral candidates." It's a very lengthy statement. We have much more on this story at clickondetroit.com. Reporting live in Hamtramck, Erica Erickson, Local 4.
Yeah, okay. Erica, thank you.
Ann Arbor police have a suspect in custody tonight in the deadly shooting of a teen girl over the weekend. This is where it happened Sunday afternoon at an apartment complex on Pear Street. Police say the victim was found inside one of these units here. The suspect was able to get away, but a canine unit found a gun, which police do believe was used in this shooting. They have identified the victim as a 17-year-old from Pittsfield Township. Investigators say this was an isolated incident and not a random act of violence. Despite that arrest, police say this remains an active investigation.
The developer behind the proposed AI data center in Howell Township has withdrawn their rezoning request. It's not yet clear what that ultimately means for the project, but the Township Board is still moving forward with a public hearing about it tonight. Will Jones will be at the meeting, and he joins us live now with more. Will.
Kimberly, we're inside the Ron Bushy Performing Arts Center, and how that meeting is set to get underway at 6:30 tonight inside the auditorium there. There are several people inside right now. Some people are gathering out here, signing in, talking with their neighbors before this meeting gets underway. Take a look at this. Howell Township posted this update online this afternoon. saying the applicant withdrew the data center rezoning request along with their text amendment application. But in support of the community, the meeting will still take place. Last month, the township board passed a 6-month moratorium to delay approval of the massive AI data center proposal. But the township was still considering whether to rezone 1,000 acres at Grant River and Fleming. Township officials estimate the development could generate between $20 and $30 million in annual tax revenue. The project is reportedly backed by Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram. The proposal has sparked outrage among homeowners who oppose rezoning farmland for the facility. We're working to get more information about why the applications were withdrawn and whether or not they plan to resubmit. Again, that meeting gets underway inside the auditorium there at 6:30. We could learn more information then. We're live in Howell. Will Jones, Local 4.
Yeah. Okay, Will, thank you.
A dramatic first day of testimony, and this hearing could set a man free who some believe was wrongly convicted of second-degree murder and arson. Mario Willis has spent 16 years in prison for what happened on November 15, 2008. That's when Detroit firefighter Walter Harris died fighting a fire at an abandoned house on Detroit's east side. Mario Willis was convicted and sentenced to 30 years. But there's been a fight to overturn his conviction. It's based on new evidence suggesting the fire may have been accidental, not arson. A handyman, Darian Dove, was at the house that night and initially said he started the fire to keep warm. But he later changed his story, claiming Mario Willis paid him to set the fire. Well, today, 2 former inmates testified that Dove told him the fire was an accident. Then Dove himself took the stand, appearing frustrated and combative. Watch.
I don't have anybody here to represent me because it's only y'all attacking me now.
Listen, I'm asking you very specific, concrete questions. They are, what did you testify to?
If this is what's on there, then that's what's on there, okay? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Are you denying
it's 16 years ago.
You had done some work at
The prosecution pushed back against a lot of the testimony today, reminding everyone that Dove has changed his story many times over the years. The hearing is expected to go on for several days now before the judge will ultimately make a final decision. Proceedings are set to resume at 9:30 tomorrow morning. And by the way, Devin Skillian has closely followed Mario's case for years now. You can check out his report from 2023. And Lauren Kostick sat down to talk with Mario's mother just last week. So scan the QR code on your screen to go to the special section that we've created on our website. Click on Detroit.com.
A judge has declined a request to stop Michigan's new 24% wholesale tax on marijuana, which was agreed to in the new state budget deal as a source of funding for road repairs. The Michigan Cannabis Industry Association asked for an injunction, arguing the new tax should have required a supermajority of lawmakers voting for it because it amends a ballot proposal approved by voters in 2018. But a Court of Claims judge ruled today that because the 2018 ballot proposal mentions other taxes, the tax bill is consistent with its language. We just received a response from LeafLink, the nation's largest cannabis wholesale platform. Their VP of Public Policy saying, quote, "We are disappointed that the court declined to issue a preliminary injunction and stop this onerous tax from being implemented. We remain deeply concerned that this tax will punish licensed operators, restrict consumer access to the products they rely on, and ultimately push more people back into the illicit market."
A bomb threat led to a school evacuation in Macomb County this morning. Someone called 911 claiming explosive devices had been planted inside Wyandotte Middle School in Clinton Township. Officers got to the school and they got all the students and the staff members out of an abundance of caution. Then K-9 units started showing up from several other police departments to help with a sweep of the school. Clinton Township Police were joined by Roseville, Royal Oak, the Macomb County Sheriff's Office, and Michigan State Police, among others. No explosives were found. Now there's an active investigation to find the person or people responsible for the threat.
A pay raise is coming for Michigan workers at the start of the new year. The state's minimum wage, now $12.48, will jump to $13.73 on January 1st. That number will keep climbing, hitting $15 an hour in 2027. The tipped minimum wage is going up too, from $4.74 to $5.49. State leaders say this is part of a long-term plan to boost earnings for low-wage workers across Michigan.
All right, getting a check on the forecast on this Monday as we head our way into the new work week. It's cold out there, below average cold.
That's right, and we're tracking some snow too in the forecast. So let's get over to forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams. Kim.
Yeah, this will probably be the easiest day of the next several as we expect these clipper systems to come through, and they do just that. They clip us and they don't give us a lot of snow, but they do give us enough to where it creates problems on the roadway. So right now everything is dry. We are looking at some snow back out to the west on our national radar, but you're clear for tonight. So if you want to, get out and do some grocery shopping, Christmas shopping, things like that, you're totally fine tonight. But this is going to clip us, and unfortunately it comes just in time for the morning commute. So coming up, we'll break down the timeline for you, talk about not only tomorrow morning's commute, but also Wednesday looks sloppy as well. Rain, snow, freezing rain, all of it, and wind. We'll add in some wind just for effect, all in the next 48 hours. We'll break it down coming up.